Maybe that is where we were at. We're waiting for a search and rescue mission, for search and rescue people, energy, source to come and save us and deliver us from this situation into a new way of being, or possibly the way of being that we've always been, but have been blinded to. And that trusting and having faith and believing in our intuitive sensing and knowing and our ability to communicate otherworldly, energetically, in alignment, is our beacon. It's our beacon that calls out to that search and rescue mission to help them find us, so that we can be reconnected with our community and soulfully saved. That sounds amazing to me. Good morning and welcome back, or thanks for popping in. It is August the 16th, 2025. It's been raining the past few days, so everything is just so fresh. It smells so good. On my way here today, just a few minutes ago, I drove past search and rescue trucks all set up, and it looked like they were doing some kind of training exercise. And it struck me how isolated we have all become, and how many of us don't have someone to call if we are in a situation where we need help. I mean, some of us do have people, but it's generally not like one person. So you have to have a tribe of people to support you. Someone you call if you are having emotional challenges, someone you for sure wouldn't call if you had emotional challenges. There would be someone you would call if you need practical advice, or someone to actually help you do manual labor, fixing something, problem solving, something very tangible. Having a collection of people that you can call on that would show up for you, I think has become a rare commodity. It's something that has been weeded, I believe, out of society to isolate and to separate people so they don't have that sense of community, that ability to have the confidence knowing that you can call someone. With search and rescue, it strikes me as this small group of people who are willing to put themselves in very dire situations, very challenging situations, and to use all their skills, all the skills that they have, to tune in and to find someone and to help someone. And that's so admirable, Because how many people, even watching this, would be willing to put themselves in situations that may be outside their comfort zone, familiarity, and go and search for someone that you don't even know, help them, find them, and bring them back to safety? Would you do it? So as we ponder that question, and we recognize that we have been purposefully isolated so that we don't have a sense of power, a sense of support, and an internal knowing that you have someone to help you. Someone that checks in on you, that sees how you are and what's going on, just to actually check to see how you are. Not transactional of, I want something from you, so I'm gonna give you this little tidbit, hoping that you engage and respond so I can then put my stuff out there. Literally, just to see how you are because someone actually cares. And redirecting us to these superficial sources of connection, at least initially, where you go to social media platforms and you watch something and you listen and you just like flick. And I think early days of social media, it was about that, right? It's about the seduction drawing you away from other conscious beings into this platform, into this space where you don't even realize you're co-creating an environment. You literally thought that you were just watching something. But when you stop and think about it, without you watching, which is your energetic exchange, the creation of it would just be like free floating in space. So you're like connecting to it. You're attaching to it. You're imagining it in your mind. You're feeling it, sensing it, experiencing it, and you weren't even there. So doing that, what would be the purpose? What would be the purpose of, let's just say, some source, something, some influence. Let's not label it, but let's just say some influence is disconnecting us from our perceived environment, right? So like our homes, our families, our communities, maybe it's a church, maybe it's work, whatever it is, disconnecting us to then direct our attention and our focus to something online. And the more time that we do that, and the more often that we do that, it's like, again, creating that highway where our attention is flowing. And so one of the things that I have often pondered and actually have talked to some people that love pondering and are curious about social media. So like the internet, social media, platforms, whatever, like what we're doing here is a form of consciousness, and it's just a step in the process to us accepting our conscious state of being. We already accept the fact that we can talk on these phones and no wires, no anything. We just do it. I can phone my soul sister in England. She picks up, instantaneously we're connected. And no one questions that. They just do it. They just accept it. They don't even know how that works or why that works or even challenge it and say, why does this work? And how am I able to have this conversation over a phone? And one of the things that I have always thought, well, for a very long time, is, again, we are always connecting. We are always sensing and experiencing and engaging and interacting and remembering all of these energetic experiences. And so to digest where we're going with consciousness and a conscious state of being, and some people will call it Christ consciousness, whatever. The enlightened state of being that does not require you to have tangible objects to project, almost as a middleman, getting in the way of our ability to communicate. Because as we know, too much information at once, too many changes at once shuts things down. It's like anything. If you want to build muscle on your body, you don't go to the gym once and just work out nonstop for 3 days and hope that then you're going to have a muscular physique. It takes time. You have to build up to it. You have to allow your body to adjust to the changes, to adapt, to transition, to become. And we're no different as conscious beings. We are absolutely no different. We need time to, again, acclimatize, like I talked about in one of my last videos. Acclimatize to the environment. It's adjusting to the influences of the environment, to what is happening around you. And for us, that will be energy. It is moving ourselves, and we say moving in our head, but we're really not going anywhere. It's transitioning so that we are projecting from a deeper place within us this level of communication that does not require us to heal anything, to change anything, to become something, to lose something. We just need to go deeper to project from that place and communicate without words, and to trust our intuition and our knowing. It's with us all of the time. It's whether or not your filter is dulling it down, is putting a veil on it, is masking it, and then telling you that that's crazy. Don't say that. People won't understand that. And reality, it doesn't matter what people think. It's what you believe, what you feel, what you trust, what you know about yourself, and project it. That's something for me that doesn't feel far-fetched, because I have always had the capacity to read environments and people, and no way to explain it. I have no way to explain coming into contact with someone and being able to tell them something about their deceased, it's just an energetic attachment, loved one. be able to tell them their name, different things that are particular to them, but also like the environment of knowing by sensing and experiencing the energy that is speaking all of the time. It's just allowing it to flow through you. And I actually think that all of the trauma that we experience, right? Trauma, and I'm air quoting everything because really that's a different dimensional reality, which requires your conscription, your agreement to, your willingness to just accept what you've been told is the reality that you're in. So with your conscription, that's an exchange. That's an exchange for your intuitive capacity and knowing. Do you hear that? It was like a bell ringing behind me. This old tree. It's a beauty. And it's things like that. So hypervigilance, which, you know, we've been told comes from trauma, and people don't want to talk about that because if you're traumatized, then you are somehow damaged. You are somehow less than. You weren't resilient enough in an energetic vampire state environment where it's just sucking everything out of you. You weren't strong enough. When in fact, your hypervigilance is the thing that kicked in to save you, that overrode those programs that were trying to keep you stuck. And your hypervigilance is like, notice this, notice that. Pay attention, danger, alert. That's a gift. Of course, like anything, if you leave it unchecked, if you have no awareness of what it is and what is happening, of course, it becomes the thing that runs your life, that you stop doing things because of the fear. But it's the awareness. Awareness is the key to everything. It's the perspective rising above to see the bigger picture and to notice that that hypervigilance is keeping you alive. In some situations, it's keeping you alive, but it's also tuning you in to a deeper connection with yourself. And that, for many people, they never reach it because they stay in safety. They stay in fear. They stay in a life that is risk averse. The fear that they will be abandoned or rejected or alone, isolated. We're taught to believe that that is a bad thing. And that you should have a community around you. And I agree. But there's a difference of having a community around you, like just people, and the community that is right for you, that is supportive of you, that is interested in you, that is checking in on you, that wants nothing from you other than for you to be happy and joyful and successful and healthy and fully engaged in living your life. And then you want the same thing for them. Those are your people. And I wouldn't settle for anything less than those people. So going back to the search and rescue trucks, and how these people step in to offer specialized support and knowledge, skills, but most of all, an intuitive sensing, following that gut feeling to help someone be found, to help someone be recovered, to offer possibly a longer existence or just closure for those who are left behind. And I think that that's what's missing today, is that so many people feel isolated, disconnected, lost. They don't know what to do with their life. They don't know what is coming next. And they really would hope that someone is out there searching for them, trying to find them and help them and alleviate them from the situation that they feel stranded in or injured in. Or lost within. Maybe that is where we're at. We're waiting for a search and rescue mission, for search and rescue people, energy, source to come and save us and deliver us from this situation into a new way of being, or possibly the way of being that we've always been, but have been blinded to. And that trusting and having faith and believing in our intuitive sensing and knowing and our ability to communicate otherworldly, energetically, in alignment, is our beacon. It's our beacon that calls out to that search and rescue mission to help them find us, so that we can be reconnected with our community and soulfully saved. That sounds amazing to me. And what if, in our conscious awakening, we continue to send out a call, an energetic wavelength, frequency, vibration? We're emitting this, right? We're emitting it. We are all the time, but really extending and expressing our intuitive nature, which is being received and has been received by a higher source search and rescue mission. One that has always been at the ready, waiting to step in, and has been preparing and practicing and is fully equipped to come and save us, to raise our vibration, to match and to reach the levels that are beyond a way of being that projects pain and suffering. What about that? And what if when search and rescue finds you, you realize you were never actually lost? And the only person who thought you were lost was you, because you didn't trust your intuitive knowing and guidance that would lead you that last bit home. You just shut down in your disconnected state. You stopped hearing the messages that you were receiving. And there's no judgment. The team that came for you are happy that now you see that. Because moving forward, you'll never be lost again. You will never be lost again. And the trees confirm, and the crow is here, riding the waves. Oh, good girl, so beautiful. Are you walking with the mama? Yeah. Until next time, everyone, stay safe and stay connected, and we'll see you really soon. Bye. Can you say goodbye, everybody? Goodbye, everybody. We had a great walk. See you next time. See you next time.